Hello and welcome. Today we'd like to demonstrate how to remove the iDeck for the Twin Star V75. Before we begin the installation, let's take a look at the required tools we shall need to perform this task. To start, we will need an electric drill, a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, a ratchet handle along with sockets. Lastly, you will need your extension bit. As a precaution, before working on a machine, unplug machine from outlet wall. Okay, now that we've identified the tools and the safety precautions, let's identify each part and the process we will follow when doing the disassembly. The process will be as follows. We will remove the iDeck cover first, then we will remove the iDeck padding. From here, we will also disconnect the following cables after we've removed the cover and the padding. We will need to disconnect the power button, disconnect the iDeck power, disconnect the DP cable from the iDeck. After these have been disconnected, we can now remove the button from the iDeck. This will be demonstrated in the video. Let's take a look at removing the iDeck cover and padding first. The cover has a total of 11 Phillips screws. I've highlighted each to help identify where they are located as shown here. When removing the last few screws, use one hand to support the cover and help prevent it from just falling. Place the cover in a safe place to prevent it from being damaged. Next, we can remove the padding from the core of the cabinet. The padding has a total of 9 screws that will need to be removed. Again, I've highlighted each screw to help identify where they are located. Remove the screws and again, place padding in a safe location to prevent it from being damaged. We are now ready to disconnect the cables as we mentioned earlier. As being demonstrated, disconnect the power button, then disconnect the iDeck power, and lastly, disconnect the DP cable from the iDeck. After all cables have been disconnected, we can now remove the button from the iDeck for later use. We are now ready to remove the iDeck assembly from the core. The iDeck comes as a one-piece assembly. It has a total of 17 screws that secure it to the core. Just like I did with the others, I've taken a moment and highlighted each screw as shown here. When removing the screws, the ones located toward the back of the deck may be hard to locate. But if you notice, all these studs are on the outer edge of the glass. To remove these screws, you will need a 7mm nut driver. Once all screws are removed, we can now remove the iDeck from the core. To do so, pushing from the bottom of the deck upwards, push up. Observe, the deck lifts out of the core. You've successfully removed the iDeck. As with all processes, to reinstall the iDeck, in the reverse order used to remove, reassemble the iDeck. Thank you for taking a moment to view this demonstration. Should you have any questions or concerns, reach out to our technical training team at any time.